Battlefield 6 just destroyed Call of Duty's sales records, and the war between these two gaming giants has never been more intense. What's up, everyone? The battle between Battlefield and Call of Duty has been raging for over a decade, but Battlefield 6 just threw down the gauntlet in a way nobody expected. We're talking shattered records, unprecedented player counts, and a game that's finally giving Call of Duty a run for its money. Today, I'm breaking down the rivalry, the insane numbers, and why Battlefield 6 might have just won this generation's shooter war. If you love gaming drama and want to stay updated on this epic showdown, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now. Let's set the stage. For years, Call of Duty has dominated the shooter market. Every October or November, a new COD drops and prints money like clockwork. But Battlefield has always been the scrappy underdog with something COD couldn't match: massive scale, vehicular warfare, and unmatched destruction. The rivalry intensified when both franchises tried to one-up each other. COD went to Warzone. Battlefield tried Battlefield 2042 and stumbled hard. Many thought the rivalry was over. They were wrong. Battlefield 6 launched with numbers that sent shockwaves through the industry. In its first week, it sold 8.2 million copies across all platforms. To put that in perspective, the most recent Call of Duty title sold 9.1 million in its first week. Battlefield is breathing down COD's neck, with less than a million copies difference. But here's where it gets crazy. Battlefield 6 hit 2.3 million concurrent players on Steam alone in the first 48 hours. Call of Duty's recent Steam launch peaked at 1.8 million. On PC, Battlefield isn't just competing, it's winning. The Metacritic scores tell another story. Battlefield 6 launched with an 87 on Metacritic, while the latest Call of Duty sits at 81. Critics are praising DICE for delivering a polished, content-rich experience at launch, something that's become rare in the franchise war. User scores are even more dramatic. Battlefield 6 has an 8.4 user score compared to COD's 6.9. The community has spoken, and they're choosing Battlefield. Now let's talk about what Battlefield 6 does that Call of Duty simply can't match. The scale is incomparable. While COD focuses on tight 6v6 competitive matches and its Battle Royale mode, Battlefield delivers 128-player warfare across massive maps with tanks, helicopters, jets, and amphibious vehicles. It's two completely different philosophies. COD is the precision scalpel, Battlefield is the overwhelming hammer. And right now, players are craving that epic, chaotic Battlefield experience. The destruction system is where Battlefield flexes its technical superiority. Call of Duty has great graphics, no question, but buildings are static. In Battlefield 6, every structure is destructible with realistic physics. You can level an entire city block if your team coordinates armor and air support. This creates dynamic gameplay that evolves throughout the match. That building providing cover for enemy snipers. Remove it. That bridge the enemy needs to cross, destroy it. Call of Duty can't offer this level of environmental interaction. But Call of Duty has always had one major advantage: gunplay. The weapon handling in COD is buttery smooth, responsive, and incredibly satisfying. DICE knew this, and they brought in consultant designers from the competitive FPS scene to refine Battlefield 6's gunplay. The result? Weapons feel punchy and precise while maintaining that Battlefield authenticity. Recoil patterns are learnable, hit registration is crisp, and time to kill is balanced. Battlefield finally matches COD in the one area it always lagged behind. The business model comparison is fascinating. Call of Duty has leaned heavily into microtransactions with aggressive store bundles and a battle pass that many feel is predatory. Battlefield 6 took a different approach. The battle pass is fair, all gameplay items are free, and the premium track is cosmetic only. There are no pay-to-win weapons, no loot boxes, nothing that gives paying players an advantage. In an era where gamers are exhausted by aggressive monetization, Battlefield's consumer-friendly approach is winning hearts and wallets. Let's look at the streaming and content creator numbers, because they're a massive indicator of a game's health. In its first week, Battlefield 6 averaged 890,000 viewers on Twitch, peaking at 1.4 million during a sponsored event. Call of Duty, which typically dominates Twitch, averaged 650,000 viewers that same week. Top streamers are choosing Battlefield because the gameplay creates better content. The large-scale battles, insane destruction moments, and squad-based tactics make for more exciting viewing than COD's standard multiplayer. The competitive scene is where this rivalry will really heat up. Call of Duty has an established esports ecosystem with the Call of Duty League and millions in prize money. Battlefield has always struggled to break into competitive gaming, but with Battlefield 6, EA is investing heavily in esports infrastructure. They've announced a competitive season with a $3 million prize pool and partnerships with major esports organizations. Top COD teams are already forming Battlefield rosters, hedging their bets on the new contender. Map design philosophy highlights the core difference between these franchises. Call of Duty's maps are designed for constant action with predictable spawns and three-lane structures that ensure engagements every few seconds. Battlefield 6's maps are sprawling, realistic battlefields where you might not see an enemy for a full minute while you're flanking to a strategic position. It's not about who can aim faster, it's about battlefield awareness, positioning, and teamwork. Different strokes for different folks, but Battlefield's approach rewards strategic thinking. The innovation factor matters here. Call of Duty has been criticized for years of being the same game with a fresh coat of paint. Whether that's fair or not, the perception exists. Battlefield 6 feels innovative with its dynamic weather, next-level destruction, class specializations, and the new operations mode that blends narrative storytelling with competitive multiplayer. DICE took risks, and they paid off. Players who are tired of the COD formula have somewhere fresh to go. Voice chat and social features are surprisingly important in this rivalry. Battlefield 6 launched with robust in-game communication, squad management tools, and clan support built directly into the interface. Call of Duty has historically been better at this, but Battlefield closed the gap. The ability to easily coordinate with your squad, mark targets, and execute tactics is seamless. This makes the game more accessible for organized play. Performance and optimization at launch separated these games dramatically. Recent Call of Duty titles have had rough PC launches with shader compilation stutters and optimization issues. Battlefield 6 runs incredibly well across all platforms. Console players are getting stable 60 FPS on last-gen hardware and up to 120 FPS on current-gen. PC optimization is excellent, with mid-range hardware achieving high frame rates. A smooth technical experience at launch is crucial, and Battlefield delivered. The content roadmap might determine the long-term winner of this rivalry. Call of Duty operates on a yearly release cycle, which means support for each title eventually winds down as they prep the next game. Battlefield 6 is built as a live service with at least 2 years of confirmed content updates. 4 seasons are planned for year 1 alone, each bringing 2 maps, new weapons, vehicles, and specializations. Players are investing in a game that will grow and evolve. So who's winning the shooter war? Right now, Battlefield 6 has the momentum. It's matching Call of Duty in sales, crushing it in player sentiment, and offering an experience that feels fresh and innovative. But COD isn't going anywhere. It has brand loyalty, an established competitive scene, and a gameplay formula that millions love. The real winner here is us, the gamers, because competition breeds excellence. Both franchises are pushing harder because of each other, and that means better games for everyone. If you're Team Battlefield, Team COD, or just love watching this rivalry unfold, subscribe to the channel for more analysis and gaming content. Drop a comment telling me which franchise you think is better and why. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.